Pooja, your host for the day. We are here to start with an exciting episode of Sail It Today TV, where we will be entering the world of seafarers. So let's kick things off with our first event, where Mr. AS MOLOBHOY is inaugurating the brand new office in Mumbai.
Certified centers where you do an an offshore training course, both SIT and the Hewitt, and it will really be a state-of-the-art training center, something that India has not seen before. And I think that will be a great, to us it will be, paying back to the industry that has supported us for 110 years.
Would you like to give us, all the viewers, any message?
I'll comment.
Sure.
I think for the first, I put in 35 years in the company business. I regard myself and us and the next generations to follow as standard bearers for what was set up. But there was one basic underlying prerequisite, if you like, and that was integrity. You have to do business such that you are serving the customer and you're serving the industry. There's no compromise on that. And being involved in critical areas like safety, to have the privilege of restful sleep at night because you haven't shirked or shortchanged on your duties, I think for the first 20 years of my working life was a handicap. Because in this country, people had no qualms about compromising on safety across the board, whether it was the buyer or the seller or the service provider. I think now the country has come of age, our industry has come of age, and sure, quality comes at a price. Today people respect that, they appreciate it, and are willing to pay that marginally higher price for that add-on. And I think really that's what we have always represented, which is why we have such good synergy with companies like Furuno, where quality is of paramount importance. I will, with your permission, Koike-san, make another, state another example. We've been dealing with a company that does distress flares and signals, and this is our 75th year dealing with that. And that's like 30 years more than any other distributor they have anywhere in the world. So our associations are deep set and built on mutual respect and trust. And we owe that to our principals, we owe that to ourselves as a family, and we owe that to our customers and the industry. And I think, as Nafisa said, having achieved that name and that reputation in this country now, we are poised to take that outside.
Thank you so much for your time.
So now let's move on to our next event, where we'll see Captain Dalvi launching his new book, Samudrayan.
Everybody, on behalf of the Dalvi family, as well as on behalf of the V-Ships family, it's my immense honor and privilege to welcome all of you to this function today. I'll do it in a slightly different way because I put rank over here, and I said there will be introductions of the individuals who will be coming up to speak, but I think it's only befitting that in addition to giving a short welcome to the people on the dais, there are several seniors of the industry here, and I think I would like to take the opportunity to thank them for their presence over here. So I'll start with you, sir. Mr. Deepak Shetty, thank you very much for accepting to attend this function and to bless this occasion and the family. It means a lot to the Dalvi family as well as to V-Ship, sir. Captain Afde, I've had the privilege of working with Captain Nafde very closely during his time at the government in the DG Shipping. SS Nafde, Managing Director of V Ships India and Chairman of International Maritime Employers Council, Captain Rajesh Tandon. Senior most Indian sailing captain of Merchant Navy, Captain Sundar Shastri, and Captain Pradeep Datar, my first chief officer, who laid the keel of my sea career and set my compass course right in the beginning so that I make good the intended true course during my progress at sea. I'm really honored to have him here because he is the prime witness of the voyage reflecting in my book, Samudrayan. I'm really honored to have our Director General of Shipping gracing this occasion as a chief guest. And I must mention here that he had helped me a lot, going beyond the call of his duties and responsibilities when I was handling an extreme crisis situation involving a hijacking of a ship having Indian seafarers on board. Thank you, sir. Captain Nafde, I think he is a very senior professional of our field, of very high order, with whom I shared my book first, and I'm really honored to have Forward for Samudrayan written by Captain Nafde. Captain Rajesh Tandon, of course, he's not only my direct boss, but also my guide and mentor from the time I started my cadetship ashore on management side. And of course, all the distinguished seniors and stalwarts of Indian shipping fraternity, Captain P.S. Barve, me too, got my second mates from him, sir. Captain Baratkar, Captain Subedar, and of course, my teachers from marine industry, Captain Divekar is here, and all of you, my friends, my colleagues, thank you very much for being here today for the book release ceremony of Samudrayan. It is really, I'm blessed today to have presence of all these people in this function. Samudrayan, the book, is basically exchange of letters. So let me first tell you that I am not the sole author of this book. This credit goes to my parents, my father, my mother, who is here, my younger brother Vivek, who couldn't be present here today because of more important commitments in USA where he settled, and my friends like Amit Chavan, who is also in USA, Deepak Desai, and Manoj Kamat. Are you there, Manoj? Manoj is here. And I recollect in a letter written by Manoj to me in August 1989. August 1989, on page 189 of my book Samudrayan, he had written, Vaibhav, there are not many books in Merchant Navy, on the subject of Merchant Navy.
I do not intend standing between dinner and anybody else. So. The man of the moment, Captain Vaibhav Dalvi. his better half, Mrs. Dalvi, his son, Master Vedant, his daughter, Avanti, and above all his parents, I think, to whom he owes principally all that he is as of today. That's Mr. Appa Dalvi and Mrs. Sunita Dalvi. The eminent worthies on the dais, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media. Good evening, everyone. It's a tall order to speak at the culmination of the event, but it's truly an honor. At the outset, let me express my sincere gratitude to Captain Dalvi for this very kind invite that is extended to me on this occasion. Thank you so much for that. I'm deeply privileged, honored, and it's indeed a pleasure to be here amidst all of you this evening on a very, very memorable and special occasion. It so happened that I've been flitting in and out of programs today. There was one just prior to that, there's another one to follow. I remember that when he first came up to me about a month and a half ago, I straight away committed to this, reckoning the sheer significance of this event. Thereafterwards, there were two other invites. There was one in which I just attended. I had to decline initially, saying that I'm sorry, I stand committed, there's no way that I can retract and retrace. All the more because this is so dear to his heart and dear to his entire family. Many, many congratulations for this outstanding effort. It is truly riveting because it's, as Capt. said and the others have said, seldom does a mariner venture into the uncharted territories of being a literator and writing a book. It was an interesting snippet when I just walked in here, when I learned that probably the inspiration was a similar book, which is probably written by his father, and which inspired him to reach out. Now, in a lighter vein, I tend to agree with Captain Afle, as probably his ex-chief officer was not harsh enough, and that's the reason why he found all this enormity of time to exchange letters. But that lighter vein aside, I think this is truly outstanding because that when you go back in time, and then before lest I forget, I must also share with you, the first time I came across Captain Dalvi was under fairly trying and very extremely adverse circumstances.
And now it's time to cruise on to our last event, where we'll see MSC celebrating their 10th anniversary.
Vaibhav Kumar is our Group Managing Director of MSC Sept. They both are here, and all our senior staff and our dignitaries to celebrate our 10th anniversary of MSC Crewing Services in India.
Earlier today you were not present, so you are not privy to various things that your husbands are carrying. I would like to tell you that the news that I communicated today to your husbands is very reassuring for their professional security and for the well-being.
Nita has been a big support. There is, of course, a big advantage her being there. She has very good interpersonal skills, so she is very good in conflict management. She goes out of her way to deal with spouses, and you can see we told this evening that the spouses are key for the husband's stability. So she's a big support, and definitely with the support, next year, 10-year journey should be even more smoother. Ma'am, do you agree or? Or
Actually, I agree, but at the same time, I will be there with MSC all the time and give support to our people. And we have to, this is one thing I would like to say, that we have our vision and mission statement. In mission statement, we say we have to be very modern and productive in order to achieve what vision we are looking. At the same time, we have to provide all resources to our excellent team. And we have to be very, very, honestly, we have to give them all support so that in near future, they won't be like, one example I can give you, that if you have a brave soldier, and if you don't provide them the gun, they will lose the battle. This is what I want to say. We have to give them such a policy, the tool,
the resources on which basis they will achieve what vision we are looking forward to have to manage 500 ships in future.
So this is the 10th. Today evening is about 10. So now, first of all, congratulations on your appointment as nautical advisor to Government of India. So in 10 lines, if you can tell us, what does it has for next 10 years for Indian shipping?
It's a pleasure to be part of any 10th function or decade function of a company. I said it on the stage that it's amazing that the retention rate is 98%. And the way this company is building up a ship a month and yet having faith in Indian seafarers, I'm really proud of our own training. As you said, in the next 10 years, as I see, shipping is bound to increase. And what we are trying our best to increase the value of Indian seafarers, not only competence-wise, otherwise, so that we increase our percentage of share in the world market, hopefully cross the double figure in the next year.
Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The MSc is achieving by operating in India is quality crew members, quality officers, all English speaking and all properly trained, competent people whom you can train further to adapt to your operations. MSc is a huge organization. During the 10 years, we started managing 29 ships, and now we have 180. And very soon we shall pass 200. And the crew is mostly here. And we are very happy. The growth happens because the crew is competent and the proprietaries. And this enables the company to conclude satisfactory commercial operations, and the company grows. And every employer who has a reliable crew cannot be anything but happy. So we trust, I have said in the past that we trust India, we have confidence in the Indian seafarer, and we count on this for our growth. I don't know, the reality depicts the truth. The future, I don't know, it will be outside my time of service, but I wouldn't be surprised to know that one day we ran from India crewing-wise more than 300 ships.
I think the way we had a very good interactive session today, and how we are planning to take, we have already laid a very strong foundation for this. And we just took a recap today. In the last 10 years, we have grown we have inducted so many new trainees and we have a 65% retention of the trainee people. We have the deck cadets who are the chief officer, who are the chief engineers also today. And today they already form about 34% of our crew pool, So the way we're going to continue, we can see that this owned, developed people percentage is going to increase over and over year. We always believe that we need to create people. We don't have to coach in a very limited market space. This is what the industry has seen in all these years. And as a result, it has just pushed the cost for the companies higher and higher. And as a result, what is happening, the Indian seafarer today, of course, they are very good, but they have also become very expensive. And I think this is where probably the government has to come into the picture, maybe by, they already have a tax incentive. So we have to, it really looks like a, country of 1 billion has a shortage of a seafarer. And for all the good policies, we don't see the number system coming out in the market. so that this competition really dies down and there can be good level playing field. Today, I mean, people don't like to train the people. There has to be some incentive from the government side for the companies who are invested so much in training. So we are doing something which is sustainable. The companies coming in the market, they're trying to give $500 more, $1,000 more, and trying to take these people we have trained. So we are going to look towards the government so that let us make use of the talent that we have created for us, and not somebody opportunist who is coming away and taking them away. So this is something we really need to, I was very happy when I saw there was in India, the pilot and government wanted to make a circular that the private companies cannot post the people. Why not the same thing for the shipping companies also? There is a bigger, we have absolutely I will not take anybody from outside company because we have so much of it, infrastructure that we can train all our people and meet our needs. Let everybody do that one. And then you will see that people, when they see that they are in shortage, it is human nature, they try to become on the other side of the success. So we have to keep the pressure so we continue to succeed and build up this strong reputation that the Indian seafarer has.
Well folks, that's all we have for you today. But we'll see you soon only on Sailor Today TV. Till then, goodbye, good night, and stay connected to Sailor Today, your link ashore while at sea. In the meantime, sail safe.